Let's cross the other side of the world now to Scotland, where in between a packed schedule of golf, the United States President Donald Trump's managed to fit in some significant international diplomacy. News Corp European correspondent, Sky News contributor Sophie Elsworth, we chatted with her last night. She joins us again. Sophie, where are you tonight? Where do I find you?
Great to be with you, Steve. Look, I'm here at Menie, which is just in Aberdeenshire, in Scotland. And as you can see, Steve, it's absolutely glorious here. Donald Trump is in the Menie Estate, where he's due to open his new golf course today. And it's absolutely spectacular. There's hardly a breath of wind in the air, which I don't know if he'll be happy about because he's got those wind turbines all along the golf course, which are not blowing at the moment, Steve, but it's absolutely spectacular for the opening of this new golf course today.
So Donald Trump's erected wind turbines on his golf course?
No, he certainly hasn't. He doesn't like them, but they're in the ocean adjacent to his golf course. You can't see them in my shot here, but they're not moving very much, Steve. There's only a breath of wind here, just slight wind. But he's been complaining about wind turbines the whole time he's been in Scotland, and they are absolutely everywhere in this country, Steve. Driving here from Turnberry, which was quite a journey to the north of the country, they are all along the coastline, and, you can see them everywhere you go.
Yeah, I've only been to Aberdeen once and I couldn't understand a word anyone was talking to me when I went to the local pub. He was with Keir Starmer today and Scotland's First Minister. He seemed to be pretty well received by those two, regardless of the fact that their politics would be probably the opposite to what the US president's is.
Well, look, Steve, if I was Donald Trump, I'd see this as a very successful trip. He was the one calling all the shots. That press conference he had here local time yesterday with Sir Keir Starmer. Sir Keir Starmer barely got a word in. It was Donald Trump doing all the talking. But just here on the front of the Scottish Sun today, Steve, it says, "Make Scotland Great Again." That is the front page here today in the local press. So he's been warmly received by the media here. I mean, you're going to have the left-wing media not happy that he's here, but I would say he's had a very successful trip because he's managed to fit in his golfing. He's managed, well, he'll open his new golf course, and he's had quite an impact with these different talks, including with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, to secure those tariff deals. So there's been a lot happening in his 5-day trip. He's jammed it in. And Steve, just here today at the golf course, earlier there were choppers above. The security surveillance here is unbelievable. There's coaches of police officers coming in and out of the golf course. The security hard to get around here, get close. So it's all lockdown stations here for him to cut the ribbon to that new golf course today.
Now, as a golfer, and I know that you're not, I am, I've tried to get to the bottom of whether this cheating claim that people keep making. I think the people who keep making that claim are people who don't play golf. As far as I could work out, he wasn't in a competition. He was out on his own golf course, just hitting a few golf balls around. He hit one of his shots into the bunker, and then the caddy walked up and tossed the ball onto the fairway rather than the sand. I mean, that's a completely natural thing to do if you're not playing in a comp. Has anyone got to the bottom of whether he actually is a golf cheat or not, Sophie?
Well, they're certainly having a lot of fun with it, Steve. I mean, he's not playing in the US Masters. He's not a golfing pro here. He's just having a bash around these golf courses. Steve, I absolutely loved watching the vision, and you can see on screen there Donald Trump in this golf cart, and then he's got all these golf caddies. You can see them, all these golf carts streaming along behind him. It's an absolute circus, but he is loving the spotlight, as he always does. And that golf buggy that looked like something out of Star Wars or something, the security around him when he's on the golf course too is unbelievable, because not forgetting he did have that assassination attempt last year. So the security here in Scotland has been extremely, extremely tight.
Just before you go, what was the advice he gave Keir Starmer about Nigel Farage?
Well, that was interesting because, as we know, Keir Starmer really can't bear the sight of Nigel Farage, but he basically said cut migration, cut taxes, and curb your spending. Basically, these were some of the key messages. And then Keir Starmer broke out into this explanation that he is cutting migration, which is quite bizarre because there's been tens of thousands of illegal migrants pouring into the UK under his watch since he came into office in July last year. So Keir Starmer was making out it's all's pretty well here in the UK, but migration, I would argue, Steve, is one of the most serious and dominant issues here in the UK at the moment. They cannot get it under control.
Great to catch up, Sophie. Thank you. Safe travels.